guys, welcome back. So today's video is actually for a couple of different audiences. If you are not new around here and you enjoy cozy mysteries, you'll no doubt be familiar with my Cozy Up To series, which is like a roundup of cozy mysteries that I break down by different themes. And if you're also not new around here, you'll know that I also really love romance and the romance genre. And so I thought that I would actually feature cozy mysteries that have a romance element in it for those who either enjoy cozy mysteries and are looking for just some suggestions with romantic elements, or if you are a romance lover and you are new to the cozy mystery genre or you are trying to get into it. I think that having a cozy mystery with romantic elements might kind of be that first step, that introduction into the genre, because you have the romantic elements to kind of help bridge the gap between romance and cozy mysteries. So for today's video, I'm gonna do it just a little bit differently than how I usually do, where I list out names of the book. Instead, I'm actually going to just give you the series titles. Now, personally, I do like to read my cozy mysteries in order. However, I don't always do that. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to give you just the series name and an overall concept of the series. That way, if you are new to the genre, you can look up the series and maybe start off with a book that interests you the most. Again, I like to read my cozy mysteries in order just because that's the type A in me. However, there have been plenty of cozy mysteries where I've just dived right in, and if a book is well written, they give you kind of like a general synopsis in the very beginning, or it's not hard for you to kind of catch up to speed about who the characters are and what's going on. So without further ado, let's get into the suggestions. Okay, so first up, we're going to talk about Donna Andrews' Meg Langslow series. I have talked about this series so many times, and there's a great reason, because it's one of my absolute favorite cozy mysteries. However, I do think that it's also a great cozy mystery for romance readers because it does have a romance element. In fact, the romantic couple is our main character heroine, who is Meg, obviously, and her actor slash professor boyfriend slash husband. They do meet in the beginning of the series. I don't remember which book. It's not the very first book. If you are starting out with this series and you want the romance right away, don't read the first couple of books, because I think he comes in around book maybe 3 or 4. Look it up. Keep me honest. But anyway, once he appears, he's in it for the rest of the series, and I really enjoy their relationship. Meg obviously is a very independent woman, which is one of the things that I like about her, but she often leans on her husband, which is also something that I think is good to see as not only a cozy mystery lover, because it makes her character really fleshed out, but as a romance lover as well, because they also have their individual scenes whereas you see them interacting as a couple together, acting amorous toward one another, which I think is absolutely sweet. And again, I think having fleshed out relationships in cozy mysteries just make them more well-rounded, and that's probably one of many reasons why I adore this series so much. So if you're interested in this one, there are a lot of books in the series. I want to say there are about 27 or 28 so far, so if you find yourself enjoying it, you've got a whole backlist to binge through. Next, let's talk about Kate Carlisle's Bibliophile mysteries. Now, I actually have talked about this one in my Cozy Up To books about books or cozy mysteries that feature book episode, but this one bears repeating because of the romance element. She actually, and by she I mean the main heroine, Brooklyn, actually ends up getting with, what is his name? Derek, I believe. She ends up getting together with him in the series, and the two eventually get married. That's not a spoiler or anything, because again, it's about the mystery. That's the mystery and not the romance of is she going to get with him or not. So that's not a spoiler. But anyway, I really enjoy their relationship, because for a long time in the series, it was that kind of will they, won't they, but it was fun because they have such good banter towards one another. Derek is a security expert. I want to say he's British, though that holds no bear. Well, I guess that's kind of relevant because of his dry humor, but again, their banter back and forth, their flirtation is something that I always enjoy, and it's something that's unexpected in a cozy mystery, again, because a lot of times the ones that I read don't feature romantic relationships, and so to have that in a cozy mystery, kind of that fun, flirty back and forth. It's just an unexpected surprise, and it's an added element that I enjoy, as well as the mystery. So this is another long-standing series. I want to say there are over a dozen books in the series so far. So if you enjoy any of the ones that you pick up, just know that there's a whole plethora of them to choose from. In fact, I believe the most recent one that came out this year, or is coming out this year, I forget if it's released already, it's called The Grim Reader. The two of them, I believe, are on their honeymoon. So if anything, you can start with that one. You'll have a guaranteed relationship in it. But yeah, it's absolutely adorable. I love the two of them together. Next up, let's talk about Charlaine Harris's Aurora Teagarden mysteries. Now, if you're a Hallmark movie lover like I am, this is going to be not at all unfamiliar to you, because obviously we have Candace Cameron Bure, who has played Aurora Teagarden in the movie adaptations, which I adore that series. And I don't want to talk about the TV version though. Let's talk about the books, because she does in fact have a romantic relationship. Now, unlike the other two suggestions, and probably the suggestions that I'm going to give after this, I don't want to actually say who she ends up with, because there are a couple of heroes or a couple of characters who she does end up with. But I feel, because of the plot lines, if I were to say who they were, I might potentially spoil something. But just know she does end up in relationships that are serious, and I really adore this series because, again, I think having characters have relationships makes them more fleshed out, and in this particular case, it makes it even more emotionally gripping. Again, I'm trying not to say too much, and it has nothing to do with the mystery aspect, but I do think if I were to tell you who she ends up with, I might get some people in the comments familiar with the series who might give away some other stuff. But anyway, just know that it's also a good series. If you are a fan of Hallmark mystery movies and you've seen it, definitely give the books a shot. I do love her character, obviously, because I love me some librarians. But yeah, this is another suggestion that I definitely recommend you guys checking out. Okay, so next suggestion, I'm actually going to talk about my friend Harper's book, To Kill a Mockingjay. This is the only book in this list of recommendations that it's not a fleshed out series just yet, because the first book just came out. In fact, you probably have seen this book before, because I had a author sit down chat with Harper probably a couple of weeks ago, and hence why I'm calling her my friend, because Harper, obviously we are like soulmates now. But anyway, one of the things that I adored about this cozy mystery was the romance element, and I think that it just genuinely took the story to the next level. So the love interest in this one is the town sheriff, who also happens to be kind of like a childhood friend of our heroine. Just straight up, they don't get together in the first book, obviously, because it's not a romance. Usually with these cozy mysteries, what ends up happening is that it's like a slow burn across multiple books. So for this first installment, naturally, they are just kind of becoming reacquainted with one another. But I loved seeing their relationship forming. I'm already excited for the rest of the series, because I know that they are going to become even closer together. But from what we have seen so far, the banter was there, the chemistry was there. The heroine has kind of like some baggage, so of course that makes her kind of resistant to opening up in general. And it's just so good all around. In fact, if I didn't say that it was a cozy mystery, I could easily describe this in a way to where it seems like it's a romance with a mystery element in it. So if you are a romance lover, definitely check this book out, because I think that the level of romance and the level of mystery are almost 50-50, which is saying a lot for a cozy mystery. And again, it works so well in this case, because it's just, it's coming from an author who has written romances in the past, so she knows how to handle the characters and the pacing, as opposed to the romance being treated as an afterthought. Let me stop gushing about this, because I already did that on my interview with Harper. You can check that link out in the description or in the cards. But if you love romance, if you love cozy mysteries, for sure check this one out. Okay, last up, I would be remiss if I didn't include Dame Agatha Christie and her infamous Tommy and Tuppence duo in this list. They are a husband and wife detective team. Obviously, they solve cases. I don't think I've actually ever had Agatha Christie in my cozy lineup, but technically speaking, her books can be considered cozy mystery. Now, obviously, Hercule Poirot is a detective, but he's technically not a police officer or anything, so maybe, but regardless, Miss Marple, she's for sure cozy mystery. So yeah, I'm going to include it on this list anyway because I consider her cozy, and I bet you all of the cozy mystery lovers probably agree with me. But this is no doubt an older series, but classic for sure. I would even guarantee saying that Tommy and Tuppence has been the inspiration for a lot of kind of husband and wife or crime solving duos that we have today. Agatha Christie has no doubt paved the way for a lot of tropes that we are familiar with today, but this one for sure is one of them. I love it for a variety of reasons, but reason number one is really just because it's Agatha Christie. She does the classics so well, and I think that if you are going to be a fan of the genre, you should no doubt have maybe like a familiarity with the foundation, and she is the foundation. Again, not only for those kind of like cozy mysteries or those short mystery vibes, but also for that husband and wife duo as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this list. It was kind of shorter, and I wanted to keep it that way on purpose. Again, because I am hoping this video is for multiple audiences, for you romance lovers, I didn't want to bombard you with a long list because no doubt there are lots of cozy mysteries that feature romantic elements, but I wanted to keep my roundup kind of concise, give you a starting off point. Again, all of these are series so far. Harper Kincaid's book is the only one that only has book 1 out so far, but it is probably the heaviest on romance for now. Nope, I take that back. No, I'm thinking about it in my head. Yes. If you really want a lot of romance, then I would check out Harper Kincaid's book. If you really love the back and forth romance banter, I would check out the Bibliophile mysteries. If you like the kind of slow burn courtship, I guess, I would check out Charlaine Harris's Aurora Teagardens, and then the other books obviously are just as good. So I hope you found this list helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you know other cozy mysteries that you think romance lovers would like or feature romantic elements. That way, if people are wanting more suggestions, they can kind of look in the comments. But please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned before, I do have a Cozy Up To series playlist if you are looking for more cozy mystery recommendations, but otherwise that'll do it for today. I will talk to you guys later. Happy reading. Bye.